So in previous session we have discussed about MQTT and how to get the data from MQTT, how to publish the data into the MQTT, and how to get the data from MQTT, and how to store that data into MySQL or MongoDB. We have seen all these concepts. Okay, so today we will discuss about getting database and MQTT details from common API. Okay. So generally these database credentials and MQTT credentials all are coming from common API. Okay, we don't use that credentials in API solution. Okay, so here this is the common API. Okay, so wait a minute, just 10 seconds. Yeah, so so this is the common API. Okay, and see, this is the MQTT broker address. Okay, so here I want to actually in publisher, see, in publisher we used to write MQTT broker address in coding. Okay, but I want to fetch this broker address from common API. Then what to do? So here this is the common API, and here MQTT underscore URL. Now copy and paste it here. Okay, and execute it. npm start and go to the publisher. In this publisher we need to take that URL. Okay, so this URL we need to take, and for that we have to write one function like function get connection details. Okay, so here I want to call this API method from common API. Okay, here this is the common API method get config details, which will be used to fetch all these details. Okay, so here I want to call this API method which lies in common API. I want to call this API method in publisher. Okay, so we need to use Axios. So first of all, install this. See, that is installed, and here update axios.post of. So what will be that URL? HTTP localhost 4000 slash. What will be that method name? Get config details. Okay, and here we need to use async keyword, and next, and we have to import it. Yeah, import. Okay, so now use then block, and here async result so, and better to this one put here and declare one variable MQTT URL and here MQTT URL equal to result dot data dot config data. So config data means this is the keyword. Okay, this is the key name. In this key name we have that details dot. So what to get? So MQTT URL. This is the key name. Okay, so under this config data, so in this key name we have that URL. Okay, so next let same. So whatever you have written here, you just copy and paste it here, and in this brackets you just give that variable MQTT variable MQTT URL. Okay, and remaining same, no need to change anything. Okay, and how to run this? So go to the D drive and here Hive MQ is there, and go to here and go to the bin folder, and here Windows batch file is there, run. Okay, and go to the MQTT publisher, and before that execute, make sure that common API is execute or not. And next go to the MQTT publisher npm start. Sorry, npm start. See, okay, so it is going to publish something. Okay, so for every 5 seconds it is going to publish something. And now go to the subscriber. So MQTT subscriber, here what to do? So actually I have prepared some steps regarding this. If you follow that steps, then it will be clear. So first of all, in common API maintain MQTT URL. In subscriber, actually we have done with publisher. Okay, write a function to call the common API for MQTT URL. It is, this publisher part is completed. Now I am going to subscriber part. In this subscriber, I want to get the DB connection details from common API. Okay, that means make DB connection parameters dynamic. Okay, so within bracket from common API. Okay, and now go to the subscriber. So this is the DB connection. Okay, so here first of all MySQL connection string is there. So this is and here write this function MySQL connection of just give any parameter name and you just copy all these things inside the function. Okay, now it is completed. Okay, so I don't want these connection parameters. Why? Because I am going to fetch these connection parameters from common API. Okay, so inside this also write params, or else you can MySQL params. Okay. Now this MySQL part is completed. Now go to the MongoDB. So here I don't want this URL here. Okay, I want this URL here. So this URL we have to fetch from common API. Okay, and go to the app.ts and so this one is also not required. We will get from common API. So let MQTT URL. Okay, next. In order to fetch the details from common API, we need to install npm Axios and async function get connection details and await Axios.post of what we have written earlier. Just we can copy and paste it so that here it is. Yeah, the publisher. You can just copy and paste it here. Okay. And one more thing is here in this subscriber, I want to fetch the MySQL DB connection parameters, MongoDB connection parameters, MQTT URL. Okay. So here let it is better to store all these details in one variable. Connection params equal to result dot config data. Okay, and await. So what will be the MySQL function? MySQL connection. This is the function of connection params dot. Okay, so under this config data, this is the key name. Okay, and you can import it. Next, await. What will be the function of MongoDB? Mongo connection. So Mongo connection params dot. So this is the Mongo connection URL. So copy and paste it here. Okay. And MQTT URL, we have declared one variable here. So in this MQTT URL, connection params. Okay. And now you take this and then put it here, and here replace this URL with variable MQTT URL. Okay, so I think that's it. We will check now. Before going to check, it is better to clear the data. So in device table, I am going to truncate it. So why? Because in device table, all data, all records are stored. Okay. So before going to execute the subscriber related code, I am going to delete this and go to the MongoDB also. So much data is there. So just remove that collection. So here. So it is getting error. Device number 1234. So in MongoDB, so what will be the insert procedure? MQTT. Speed, latitude, longitude. Device number, speed, latitude, longitude. I didn't call this function. See, we are getting success message. Okay. Yeah. So you can check by deleting the existing records. So I'm going to truncate the table in MySQL. See, there are no records. See, now one record is there. So after 5 seconds, one more record will be inserted. See, one more record will be inserted. Similarly, you can check in MongoDB also. So I'm going to drop this entire collection. So refresh it. See, now device is there. See, one record, one document has been inserted. So if you wait for 5 more seconds, one more document has been inserted. Okay. So, and one more thing is here, instead of giving this entire thing, you can give this one also. So I'm going to give this URL in MQTT URL in common API. Okay. Now again I'm going to execute it, common API and publisher and subscriber. Okay, and again go and delete, truncate the table. Now again check. See, one record, two records, three records. Okay, and similarly go and delete the, drop this device collection, refresh it. See, one document has been inserted and one more document. Yeah, one more document. If you wait for 5 seconds, one more document will be inserted. Yes. Okay. So for MQTT publisher and subscriber, how to get the MySQL related parameters and MongoDB related parameters and MQTT URL parameters. Okay, so this is the way to get all those parameters. So I already told you, common API means we will keep all the confidential related data in common API. Okay, so these are common confidential data. Okay, we will put all these details in common API, and wherever we want, we can fetch by calling this API method in common API, that is get config details. Okay, so this is the way to get.